hiding behind his horse. He kind of slips back a little bit after. Oh, that hip shot hurt him badly. Comes in with his spear again.
Get him! We'll get him with the maneuver.
+3.
He's 16.
he managed to get you in the torso again. He's just whack.
7. Radamer, we should keep the old guy. Can we keep both of them?
Radamer is ignoring you. He's
7?
just. Yep, I got it.
Yep.
25
Right,
damage on Mortenzi. How's he looking?
He's not bloodied yet, but very close.
Miss.
20 con. All right, Mortenzi, what are you doing?
Oh, I did not want to do that. There we go. Mortenzi's going to...
Miss.
5
Yes.
step in.
Thank you.
All right,
Yep.
Mortenzi kind of ducks underneath the horse that's trying to nip at you. You come up, the guy's you're too close. His spear is being brought up. The crowd is cheering for blood in Dwarven. AC
crap roll
10.
again.
He blocks. He basically cross checks the head of the hammer away from you. Oh, and then does this wild tumbling backwards. The horse.
Get him, Pony! You can do it, Pony!
No.
AC 17 is a hit.
It's...
AC critical threat! Get him, Pony! AC 12 is not a critical hit.
All right, the hooves do 1d6 plus 2 apiece.
Yep.
7 damage. 8 damage. Max damage for the second run. Oh god! We do want to
15 damage from the horse. The horse bumps into him, and it's just a tangle of a tangle.
the old guy.
So how much was that?
15
How much
total.
was that?
15 from the horse.
Okay.
People are laughing. They're drunk.
40.
The horse doesn't know enough to try to play it up to the crowd. It's also kind of disgusting. So, Mortenzi, your go.
Yeah, that horse is
Old guy
most of his
gets chased.
power.
Oh no, old guy goes and then
No,
Mortenzi.
old guy goes, yeah.
Old guy's gonna step back,
Like that.
down and to the left. We're dancing around the pony. Get him, old guy. Hit.
Stiff!
You're wrong, is what he says. This time, how spears can kind of whip almost, he whips the side of the
4 damage. It's a low damage roll finally, but
Yep.
it's still. Get him, old guy. You can do it, old guy.
Still funny.
Yeah, old guy. Look at old guy go.
randomly saying Mortenzi don't lose, make the horse leg break is what Demon Lord's saying. Lucas would like to use the villain point on the old guy.
Oh my god!
That's gold, guys.
All right, let me just check to make sure that we've got
You
the
will
villain
ride
points for
old
this.
guy to victory.
Alright, 16 I would have hit. But...
All right. I'm gonna use the villain points. The villain point is a thing.
the horse just randomly dies.
Give me a second. So Lucas has a villain point. I am removing the villain point. Something bad is going to happen to Team Torin and Persephone. Because right now Mortenzi is pretty much the villain in this fight.
Come on, old guy.
Or Radamer is, or your hosts are, or the Imperium. There's a whole bunch. There's a whole stack of villainy.
Come on, old guy.
All right. So I've spent the villain point. Mortenzi gets a step in. Did you hit, Mark?
He would have hit.
Okay.
So what the villain point is an extra attack, or is it a random event, or?
Let's just roll damage first to see if.
No, it was a miss.
No, he didn't hit. He rolled a potential critical miss, and then
okay.
and then he rolled again and would have hit.
He didn't critical fumble.
All right, so
Yeah, I didn't come. Yeah.
Mortenzi, go ahead and get another hit in.
So give me another attack.
Oh. +8. Miss. Because I can't roll above 8.
Get him, old guy and pony.
Okay. All right. This is yep. So it's the horse's turn.
I can't get too upset. I made the old man too. So.
Quinta, how's it going? So yeah, give me the horse's attacks, Adam. The horse is going to defend its master.
Bites you.
Hit.
Doesn't hoof you and it doesn't hoof you.
Doesn't.
But
Okay.
the bite
So the bite
is 1d4 plus 5. 7.
7. Still up.
Okay.
51.
the old man needs to give me a fort save.
Okay. He's
As it's
feels
too
him
much,
trembling.
as it's too much excitement, and he's feeling tingly on the left-hand side.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh, 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 don't let me, I want to win. 13? Is that enough to keep your heart pumping?
All right, so
I know how to
Torin
do it.
takes a 5-foot step back. 13, no, DC 15 is usually death save, so Torin has dropped to 0 hit points. He still gets his attack.
Yep.
He stumbles against his horse. His horse is making horrible
Yes,
noises.
he can. His spear's falling down.
So he's basically disabled right now.
He's sick. He's.
It's now Mortenzi's turn, and then the horse.
Mortenzi nails him.
Mortenzi sees this opening,
Yeah,
has
you
no
you
pity
needed
on the
that
old
heart
man.
attack, Mortenzi.
Thank you so many hands. 15 damage.
15 damage, dropping.
Knocks him out.
Yep,
Well, actually, no, it kills him because he went to 0.
right.
The heart attack made him go to 0, and he's got 15 con. So no, that might.
Okay. The old horse now needs to make a fort save
Yeah, because
because his master died.
You see Raiders of the Lost Ark, where the
The horse is
Crusade.
making horrible noises and is leaking everywhere. And
horse is fine. The
Okay,
horse,
the horse for this round is fine. He gets to full round to
Oh, we beat your ass.
Yeah, he's gonna lose to the horse.
AC 18.
Hits.
Lord Heavy's like, yes,
AC
sweet
13.
blood.
This is.
And a natural 1. The horse might have just. Nope, would have hit.
Okay.
This horse kick ass.
7 damage from the horse. This horse.
That. Wait, how much damage was he at?
You were at
Yeah, it might put him down. I don't know. What? How much damage was he at?
44 is the last time I looked, but I think it was up to
7,
50.
okay, still
7,
standing.
41, 51 is what you were at.
Yeah, he's still standing.
51 plus 7 damage is 50.
58.
Oh, sorry. Oh, plus 7 damage?
Yeah.
51 plus 7 is. Yeah, that puts him down. He's at 50. He's at minus. Oh, shit.
Old guy wins. Old guy wins. He went out a winner. Good job, old guy. Do you remember that time that old guy, he had a heart attack, but he still won the fight.
He's at minus
Still
10.
did it.
He's at minus 10?
He's at
Okay.
minus 10. Yeah.
All right, Mortenzi falls
The
unconscious.
horse is not. Mortenzi was a good man, or Torn was a good man, and the horse would have stopped stomping on him because otherwise the next thing becomes a hit, and it's bad.
Yeah, the horse is actually having problems right now. Another fort save for the horse.
Basically, the horse didn't finish its attacks.
Yep.
Is the question. Yeah. Hey, come on, horse, you can do it. Yeah, horse is just.
It's just kind of stumbling around, making noises. It's in pain.
Old guy wins. Old guy wins. The horse is still standing.
The horse is, as you're saying that, it's getting down onto its knees.
Oh, there's a chat report.
The horse is kind of like lying down now beside his master.
Never bring a knife to a horse fight.
Making horrible noises. The Durgar are like returning to their drinks. It's almost like they feel nothing for the suffering of the animal.
So does that mean we keep the horse?
Radamer just waves his hand like salvage whatever's left. He just says to all of you.
Sam will push Arlen into the ring.
Yeah, kind of lowering him down with your crazy halfling strength and.
Arlen channels.
Okay, the channeling is not enough to keep Persephone alive. Persephone dies next to his master, her master.
But it probably keeps the other guy from dying.
Mortenzi bled probably at least once. Well, con 20, make that DC.
He was at -10. He had 10 rounds to go. So
yeah, DC 20. That DC 20 check. He was bleeding out when finally Arlen stabilized Mortenzi.
I'm so happy.
Well, that was a fucking thing, says Roger.
So I guess old guy won. Come on, go.
Arlen's just fucking shaking
Slap
his
the
head.
gnome.
Yeah, you notice that the Durgar are already. There's an argument that goes that was quickly raging amongst some of the betters, but they actually bring up a precedence where technically that side won, even though it wasn't it was a beast that was brought in on that side, and it died last, or it was down last. So the technicality is that the horse won, which meant that the old guy won. Yep.
Old guy won. Old guy won.
This has already happened before, where it's like, yeah, you knocked him out, but his animal's still there. Was his animal brought in the ring? Was it a known opponent? Then yes, yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, you have the beast tamer that comes in with the rhino, and you shoot the beast tamer and declare yourself a winner.
To be honest, I didn't expect this to happen. So what happens? Arlen has just channeled energy. Mortenzi isn't dead. He's just knocked out. Are you wandering over to check them?
Oh, yeah. Sam is... Yeah, I can't drag him around. Sam goes to slap the gnome to see if he's alive.
Yeah, he's breathing still.
Ah, so piteous.
I think his new name is Lost to Old Guy. You did all right, buddy, but you lost to the old guy. And drag him back to his little his Hannibal Lecter prison.
Oh yeah, the dwarves and the people here for some reason do not like him. He's getting stink eye as he's being dragged across the battlefield.
The dwarves not makes me want to like him, but the whole this Sylvidius thing. No, it's not as good.
Losers must die. Maybe the kobolds are coming down and picking up weapons. You notice that some of them are taking the stuff that I guess they gave to Torin off of him. There are some kobolds that are now having a quick auction over the horse meat, and apparently the kobolds are the only ones that are betting.
We do get our gear back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go over and you can demand your gear back. Ugg goes and starts collecting the gear, and none of the kobolds stand up to Ugg.
They want to stand up to Ugg, yeah. So good. It's so good. You're old guy. You're doing death. Chat didn't think you're good. They sabotaged you, old guy. It was
Sam locks Mortenzi back up into his cage wheel thing.
Sam is just waxing poetical about this epic,
But
awesome
you know-
gladiator match for the ages.
You know
Coolest
what?
thing he's ever seen.
You know what? How many villain points did he take?
One.
One.
Okay, that is very much appreciated. Very much appreciated.
Thank you, Fox. It was awesome.
That was awesome, actually. It was...
You are given quarters in Vyvern while your master completes his business. You are allowed to take all of your winnings from the field back down into that same chamber where you awaited the games before, basically under lock and key. They don't let gladiators run around here. You had to surrender your weapons. They didn't care about the armor, and they didn't argue about the weapons that you captured from the arena. Like, they give you a chance to have a look at your winnings.
Okay.
So you guys are now back down in the cellars. This crazy gnome is wheeled into a cell next to yours.
Did they let him out of his little Hannibal Lecter trap?
Yeah, they let him out of his Hannibal Lecter trap, but they do wheel that just outside the doorway in the next chamber. I believe with channeling, he's probably like 1 hit point at this point.
I think I have one more channel. Do that.
Okay, you have more channels today.
This will be my last one. 4 and 7. Yeah, 1 hit point exactly.
At least the old man died with honor, says Beric Tarn.
Oh, he did awesome. He didn't just die with honor. He died a winner. He won. He won and died at the same time.
Yeah, Arlen's upset.
Nobody wants that kind of winner, says Roger.
Whatever god he worshipped, because we didn't know, he worshipped some old guy god. He went to that god. Most definitely.
I love Roger's cynicism. Like, just, we don't want that fuck.
He's like,
It's not the kind of winning I want to do.
that kind of winner will get you dead on the battlefield.
Yeah, but you'll have won.
He...
Arlen does think for a bit.
He's from
free
a
now.
whole other world of experience than Sam is.
Yep.
No, but when you win, then Cord likes you, then you can go to Cord's realm and you can keep winning.
Is that what you want?
Yeah?
Go to some heaven where you do push-ups all day long?
Well, you do push-ups, and then you see who could do the best push-ups. And then you throw a rock, you see who could throw the best rock. And practice punching, and then you see who could throw the best punch.
Probably why your god's lost. You realize that, huh?
Tell me about your crossbow again.
Fucking stupid. I'm gonna have to name it too. I'm getting the hang of it, is what he says.
Score 1 for me.
Martenzi, you can hear them talking in the next chamber. They've let you out of your like cage. They only put you in it when they have to like wheel you around when you're close to other people. You almost, I think, at this point probably see that as a compliment, that they're so afraid of
it is
you.
a compliment.
Yep.
Yes. He's just talking, muttering to himself.
Thank you, Zobinius, for your aid today. The night was more than I anticipated. Things went badly. They went very badly till you helped me, Zobinius. Yes! Yes, I would like a cake.
Cake is for winners. You lost, by the way. You got...
I am alive. That is all that matters to me, or Zobinius. That is winning. The old man is not alive. Zorbinius took care of him, didn't he? Didn't he?
Imagine being 70 and winning your last fight. He was old and broken.
Oh no, he's old
His name
dead.
is- He was old guy, right? It was
Yeah. He was old. He was very old. Mortenzi has known him for years. Very nice man.
Let us give honor
was
to
a-
those that fall in these horrible games. As it says.
It was an honor. It was an honor to cave his head in. To be the one to end his pain.
He's free now.
Well,
no, he did the
Zorbinius,
old guy thing. He was grabbing his chest and falling over. He was
a clever ploy. I've fallen for that before. Not this time.
Roger's chuckling at that as he's looking through the stuff. Hey, wizard, what does this do? How many times do I have to tell you? I am not a wizard. I am a magi. Same difference. What do they do? Well, I know that Snowbeard's lament over here is a magical axe that he paid for before he died. Says Edward. I need some spellcraft checks for
Spellcraft.
identifying. Yep. Are you putting your heads together and trying to figure out what your winnings are?
I have a plus 9.
And Edward has a plus 11.
Okay, I'm aiding him.
Okay, you can roll for him though. Plus 13. Unless anyone else wants to aid.
Anybody aid?
Sam can aid.
All right, Sam knows magic. Halflings like magic.
Yeah.
Did you,
Sam can aid half the time. How many rolls are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess maybe you've leveled since 5, 6. You could look at the other things.
excuse me, 6?
They are all. The last one isn't an aid.
Okay,
So
give me 6 rolls at plus 15.
Okay. Wow, 35, 25, 27, 33, 25, 32.
Okay, so you know what everything does. I'll even throw in the potion for free.
Okay, why couldn't I roll like that in my fight? Look at that. That's
You
insane.
ain't
were
me,
fated
bitch.
to have a challenging match against old guy.
All right, you have an old shirt of mithril chains with with gold and dark iron trim and the crest of some ancient dwarven clan upon it. It is a +1 mithril chain shirt, +1 AC versus crits. Snowbeard's Lament is a +1 dwarven war axe, +1 confirmation to critical hits, does not stack with other sources. Potion to cure moderate wounds, caster level 3. The Sword of Grey Flame is a +1 Grey Flame longsword. You may want to look up what Grey Flame does. The Band of the Dwarvish Brow is a headband of inspired wisdom +2 with a +2 competence bonus to appraised checks. Zamocles' Cloak of Brass Scales is a +1 protection cloak with fire resistance 5, and Zamocles' Monocle of the Golden Glance is a +5 competence bonus on appraised checks.
Huh. All right. The only thing that Arlen's interested in is a wisdom item. It gives him more spells, but I think Sam wants that. Actually, shit. Who else wants that? There's a bunch of monks, aren't there?
There's a bunch of brawlers.
Do they gain wisdom to their AC?
No.
Okay.
So I think it goes on a wisdom-based caster.
There's another wisdom-based caster here.
Well, it's you or Priesty McCreeperson.
Yeah, you may also want to look at the Grey Flame power, because I think...
That's the one where you put your channel energy into it to act undead, I think.
adds d6 damage, divine power. The flame lasts for 1 round for every d6 your channel is. Good creatures are immune to the weapon's extra damage. The weapon counts as good and silver for the purpose of bypassing DR.
So you put it on a sap. then you can figure out who's good and who's evil by beating them with it and seeing if it really hurts.
Interesting.
Might be easier ways to do that.
I don't know if Beric Tarn gave up his channel energy. I have a feeling he did in his weird paladin archetype.
Okay, so cloak of protection and fire resistance. Confidence bonus on appraise checks. So all of this is really more like Radamer stuff.
The Durgar didn't want. Yeah, Radamer's not. He's gaining his own wealth and power. So.
Okay, but we've got multiple things that give us a praise.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I appraise that my situation is kind of bullshit.
He's got a +3 int mod. He's fine for appraise.
Perfect. All right. Do we have what is creepy little guys fighting? Like he's Funny Hammer, or is he just any melee weapon?
Mortenzi looks like any melee weapon, but he's small, right?
So Ugg has martial.
Ugg has martial through barbarian.
Okay.
Right now he's carrying a masterwork short sword and one of the pole arms.
Well, a +1 axe is probably pretty good.
Ugg will definitely wield. Yeah, he'll wield the big ass axe.
Like a one hand, like a can be swung one-handed D10 20x3 crit weapon.
Yep, I'll put it on. He'll probably end up using it two-handed because he doesn't have the proficiency.
Correct, but I mean, even then, yeah. The silver male is like a medium armor guy or a light armor guy,
He's a light armor guy.
and is his dex to the point where he would care?
His dex is 18.
He is to the point where he would care if he had a buff. So
Here, Ugg, here's a bunch of magic items.
well, it's kind of like this. Here, medium fighter type, take the medium fighter type.
Right. All right, I will throw his chain shirt back into the mix.
All right. The band of the Dwarvish Brow is going to go on Arlen until we have a better option.
Shut up! I'm taking it forever. I'm gonna bury it with me.
Well, no legs. It's
Oh, you like take it off his head? Like, oh, come on.
All right, it is now on Arlen's sheet.
Yeah, I just copied it.
oh, what does wait a sec. The kid is a monk, isn't he?
Which
Beric.
kid?
Barry.
Beric Tarn is a first level special paladin, first level special monk. He's basically going to be punching.
Okay, but he's not an armor wearer.
No.
And he uses wisdom for AC.
He's wearing leather armor right now, and I don't remember why.
Because his wisdom bonus to AC is 2, so he shouldn't wear that.
Confident defense, when wearing light armor or no armor and not using a shield, the Enlightened Paladin adds 1 point of charisma bonus per class level to dexterity bonus to his AC. So he can do that way.
And then he gets his wisdom through monk.
His wisdom through monk.
Which requires no armor.
Which requires no armor. Okay.
So we burn his leathers.
Yep. You're like, don't be dumb.
We'll put that circle on him and he goes, oh, wait a second. He takes the armor off. So we go, good. We take the circle off.
That's fine. That's left over from when he was thrown in the ring with armor on. His AC is 21.
His clothes were too heavy, and we put new clothes on him. He's like, oh, look at this. Fine. He still needs ability score training.
We all do.
Not all of us.
Shut up, I do. 5 points away from Gustav.
So does Sam. So it's just.
Face punching, please.
Edward. It's potion of cure moderate wounds.
Who doesn't have a tattoo for a resist item?
It's a good question.
I think it's just the new guys.
Everybody else does.
No, I don't think Arlen does. I
Arlen
think
has
Arlen was.
one.
Sam
Arlen
has
has-
like an electricity resistance.
Arlen has
tattoo, but no like resistance item.
Yep.
Arlen has the Azure mark.
Oh, okay. Lots of guys don't then.
Wait, you mean a tattoo for
Some
Like
of the
just-
gladiators have commonly a vest of resistance tattoo.
could use that?
Sam wouldn't mind having bonuses to saving throws.
Oh, I thought about that, Foxfire. There is a reason aside from undead why he's requesting Snowbeard's body back.
Is he selling Snowbeard's eye to Mr. Creepy Mustache guy because he was interested?
No, and we'll see. We'll do that on the road. He's currently like at the party requesting for Snowbeard's body back. Like he's pursuing.
Zombies with magical tattoos. Yes. Flesh golems with magical tattoos.
That's a funny idea as well. But yes.
Stitched on him, glued.
So Arlen, given that he almost blew up from fire, are we going to give him the resist fire item?
We could do that. We also tell him to stop hitting things he doesn't know what they are. You never swing your weapon again. Never again.
All right. Cloak of Resistance +1. And then Zamicles' Monocle of the Golden Glance. Are you giving that to your master, saying, hey, dude, you want to use this?
Or do we give it to his little halfling minion? Give it to his little halfling minion.
Okay.
His job anyway.
Yep. Potion to cure moderate wounds. Who needs curing? Who needs curing?
Well, I got separated from the fight last time.
Yeah, you take one. I have a potion of cure light. If somebody doesn't have it,
I will
doesn't have
put
a
it
potion.
on Sam. Sam could be backup healer with the potion.
Woo! All right.
And the Sword of Grey Flame. The only one that can use the Grey Flame property is your healer.
Okay, so what does the Grey Flame do?
D6 extra damage when you put your channels into it.
Oh, so expend a channel to get an extra D6. Okay,
And
what is it,
and
silver
bypass
and good?
silver and good. Yeah.
But that's everybody gets the silver and good.
Not just the sword.
No, whoever uses it. It doesn't have
Only
to do with the
only
channel.
when charged.
Yeah, I guess
Oh.
you could charge it and hand it off. There's nothing.
It only lasts for a few rounds, I think.
Yep.
But
Yeah, you could sit there in your chair, channel, charge up the sword, hand it off to somebody to go beat.
somebody named Ugg.
Yeah. So I see the chariot as having like a big shield in front of him and slots where he has like all these like swords and maces. Like, okay, who wants what?
Good to have goals. Okay,
Sword.
I'm putting that on your character sheet for now. Sword of Grey Flame.
So I've got Arlen's sword, light crossbow, Zamicles' slaver's rod, sword of Grey Flame.
You also recovered with Snowbeard's corpse, Snowbeard's prick, the masterwork heavy pick.
Dick.
Radamer, could we?
You interrupt Radamer. He's talking to some Durgar woman.
So
Yes,
I-
slave.
he's kind of like pulling at the shitty armor that we got at the very first fight. I kind of try to stand in front. And, I mean, all these people are too big and, like,
He looks around for a moment. Yes, there are Darrow here. And
there's
gnomes.
there's some good stuff that you can like. It's really easy to move in. You know.
Just turns back to his conversation. He took note of it, but he's not doing anything right this second.
Good talk.
Yes.
I just looked at my sheet with like a ring of feather falling is like his only treasure at all. It's like, can you give me a thing?
All right. So Radamer does arrange, because some of you still need a bit of training. He does arrange some training for you with the dwarves. Each of you have one training activity.
Is that like leveling?
It is like leveling.
Okay.
The people that needed to level are Edward. Edward is now 4th. So Arlen, you could train an ability score.
One ability score, but that's just 1 point.
Retrain it, yeah, 1 point. Retrain a feat.
Or go to 4th.
No, you're not. You don't have enough. You do not have enough XP for 4th.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not Edward.
Yeah.
I'm not Edward. Okay, so
all these guys have different XP totals. That's why.
Let's put it in con.
You're not training, Sam?
Yeah.
What is
80.
Sam training in? He's got one last training ability.
Sam is going to go to bring back the sexy. Put one into charisma.
Okay, it's all that chatting with everyone.
Trim his beard and sound good. Talk all like intelligent like.
Sam's all well groomed and rested, and played some fun games and chatted with people. They fixed a loose teeth. He got all doctored up.
Yeah, it's been bugging me.
Got rid of a road rash. Does that bring you to 84 to 84 ability points?
That brings me to 84 out of 84.
That means
nice.
Next training you could retrain your Gestalt if you wanted to.
I can.
Ugg spends the time relaxing. He has no training thing that he wants to do. He's not enough XP to be 5th, and his feats are just fine. He may want to retrain his rogue talent, the ambuscating grapple. You immediately deal sneak attack damage to target when they're unaware, but now he has strangle, so he's always doing sneak attack damage when he grapples. So I think he's going to retrain his rogue talent. I need a good rogue talent for Ugg stream. If you trap finding could be the easy one, given that
Trap spotter.
Yeah, trap spotter is kind of an idea. Although I don't know how often that will come up. If you
Does he throw good?
Does he throw good? No, because his bad eyes.
Okay.
Greater than 30 feet, he takes a -2 penalty to range attacks because of his poor sight.
Well, there's
Bleed with sneak attacks?
Combat.
Oh yeah, the bleeding attack. So basically he's crunching, give you blood and nose, and basically his grapples give you bleed.
That is good.
And he'll pin you and you just bleed out. And you're a bloody mess. Which one is that called?
Called, I think it's called bleeding
Bleeding attack?
Bleeding attack.
Yeah.
Cause opponents damage by your sneak attack to bleed.
Yep. Okay. Done. He is a very bad strangler. Very bad. Bleeding attack. Perfect. Edward is training for his level. What did he take? I don't think 4th level gave him any powers. He's got spell recall now. With mages, a little bit more mage points, and he's got new spells. So he's got mirror in his mages. He's got mirror image and cat's grace prepared, and his spellcaster he's got grace and see invisibility. So he can whip around the battlefield as swift actions without incurring AOs.
can do it, Edward.
Roger Regal
Caster.
doesn't have any training activity. His stats are good. He has feats galore. He's not at a point where he's going to switch up his feats. There is a point where he will switch to the great cross or to the heavy crossbow, and he'll be able to do that. Reload as a free action, but not yet. Okay, Barak Tarn is basically newly minted, so his feats and everything should be in place. Oh, he could train an ability score. He is going to train his. Con to a round number? No. What does he get for the other half dragon? His half dragon, he'll get 3, 1 into 4.
Yeah, he's complex.
His strength is the right one. His con is the right number. His int will be round.
Charisma.
Charisma, he'll go up +1, but his level he can go up +1. So I guess he'll do base charisma 17, which gives him a +20. It gives him a 20 charisma. He basically hangs out with. He gets groomed and his scales shined and
day at the spa.
a day at the spa with a day at the Durgar spa with Samuel. How does charisma training work? It's like you're doing Toastmasters and
it would be like a drama club or friggin' improv stuff.
Yep, making sure that you look good. Thanks for the raiding party. How's it going? All right. So the oh my goodness, what's going on? If the raid is offensive, moderate in chat settings. No, we don't find this offensive at all. Did someone say improv? All right. Radamer basically gathers up his newly minted his group of gladiators, including Mortenzi. You spend some time here healing at Vyvernas. Radamer decides, however, that it is time to go. And you leave the town of Vyvernas behind, quickly taking to the road and leaving this place where there are many wyverns in the sky above Vyvernas. I think I had a picture and it was on another map. All right, we will continue onwards. Give me a knowledge geography check to see if you guys know where you're headed.
Why am I here?
I don't know where I'm going.
Where?
There will be balls to punch. That is where I'm going.
I used to be in the castle.
So Benny says, "Follow the sun. Follow the sun at all times."
What? Doesn't he get tired of speaking like that?
No, he never gets tired of speaking. He always talks words in my ears.
If we let you out of the cage, are you going to attack us?
Why would I do that? So Benny says no commanded it.
Does Vyvernas have like strong deliberations and things before he decides how to attack something?
Don't encourage him. I
do not want him to get out of his cage. He is fine inside his cage, which is inside of a cage. He should stay there with the ugly dwarves.
No, I don't like the cage. I need to be free.
I've heard of this concept called voting. Let's have a vote. Everyone thinks you should be in a cage inside the cage. Raise your hand.
Roger gives you a scoff and says, "The Imperium's not a democracy." Like he thinks that concept is stupid. That is Roger right here. Mortenzi is the crazy gnome that has recently joined this group of gladiators that is being brought across the road of sorrow. Mark is playing Mortenzi. Roger is an NPC. Ugg is the stream's randomly generated character. They think that he's going to be king one day. He very well might be. He is a malformed hobgoblin, a half ogre grappler. Arlen Wace is missing his feet from basically missing parts of his legs from the knees down because of dragon fire several episodes ago. He is riding around in this metal chair and is still expected to fight in the arenas.
It is called
Sam.
a chariot, a war chariot. Thank you very much.
Samwell Stonefist is a rock halfling, some sort of elemental based a long time ago. Long story in his family. He's a halfling pugilist. Barak Tarn is this second level dragonborn that they rescued from the pits of a previous gladiatorial arena, and Edward is sort of a noble magus spellcaster that was on the wrong end of the conflict with the Imperium. These people are all traveling in slave wagons. They are prized gladiators of their master, a necromancer named Radamer Fink, or as we call him in the stream, Iggy Necropop. These are all tokens and map tools, and we can show you later on how you make a token for a map tool out of any image. It is educational. All right, so you guys are traveling along the Road of Sorrow. Do you let Mortenzi into the master's wagon? So there are some gladiators that have been allowed to wander around. Other gladiators have not. This new gladiator is completely nuts. He's calling out to something called Zorbinius, Mark? Is that what?
Zorbinius, yes.
And is Zorbinius a thing, or are you just going to let us try to figure out what the hell Zorbinius is?
You can try and figure out what Zorbinius is.
Okay, it's always a good thing when the DM is confused about what about what a character is talking about, but sure. No one has any idea what Zorbinius is.
He likes cheese, or the creation of cheese, and there's something to do with blood, and apparently staring at the sun. I've been told you're not supposed to stare at the sun, but he likes staring at the sun. We probably shouldn't point him at the sun.
Okay.
Should somebody ask Radamer exactly where the hell we're going? Are we just going to fight from one town to the next?
Yes. Yes, we're gladiators. Of course we're going to go to one town to the next and fight.
I'm not much of a gladiator. I used to serve my master's wine.
I know. I vote you to go ask the master what we're doing. Apparently Roger doesn't get the idea of voting. He's also a bit drunk, so you don't know if he doesn't get it, or if he's drunk, or if he's just making fun of the concept of voting. He's telling Arlen.
Arlen tries. Open the window. Or open that. Hey, Radamer! Where the fuck are we going?
Radamer is a necromancer that drives on his death cart. He just looks over at Arlen and what is obviously you guys having a hoot in the master's wagon. He's just sitting there alone with his undead monkey in his lap as the cart's rolling forward,
with stacks of skeletons in the back.
Radamer, maybe we can find you a new friend at the next town.
That's weird.
Friendship is fleeting.
Radamer's gonna bring the hammer down on you guys.
Oh, he's in the middle of a stew. He's not in a happy mood right now.
Oh, we blackmailed him into taking the slaves.
We're going.
You gotta watch the previous episodes.
I have half a mind to go through the Iron Hills and the Fields of Valor instead of taking a boat from Port Verist to our destination.
I like the sound of Iron Hills. I like that one. I don't want to take a boat. I don't like boats.
Good.
There are no arenas on the boat. I prefer the boat.
I am very much interested in exploring the ancient battlefields of the Fields of Valor. There are many things there that have my curiosity.
Arlen puts his head down.
They got a really good name. Iron's strong. Hills are earthy.
Iron Hills are the dwarven vassals of the Durgar. A sad race in chains.
still better sounding than a boat.
Okay, he nods. Fuck, what are you talking about? We could have rode on a galleon and been to wherever we're supposed to go. Aren't you supposed to ask him where we're going? He gives Arlen
We
a
were
poke.
going to the Iron Hills, to the Iron Hills where there's the dwarves.
Where's the final destination?
For some of you, it will be the realm of your gods if you're lucky.
Woo!
Shut up, Sam.
Fuck, don't listen to that guy, Arlen. He doesn't know what he's talking about. His god's just gonna make him do push-ups and jumping jacks, and it's like a drill instructor in the sky.
And then you punch each other and see who's stronger.
Fuck, it's why your god's
can't-
lost.
I can't heal what happened to his mind. Only his body. Not even mine. Oh well.
Get all of your chit-chat out of your system now, says Radamer. When we are on the fields of valor, we will have to travel in silence, or we may draw those that still walk on this realm. Those that have not been called into their god's domain.
Mark's doing a product shot for Ruffles dip. Thank you, Mark.
Get us something called that.
Yes, the five-faced god!
Bring the five-faced god.
Wait, it's F the five-faced god. No,
no,
five-faced
it's
god!
So, when you mean haven't gone, do you mean people who are alive, or do you mean like zombies?
The fields of valor are filled with ancient battlefields. What do you think we're going to find there?
We're gonna find ancient warriors.
Then keep your cart a distance away from us. I can channel.
You know,
channel to keep.
Well, but no. Radamer,
Yes.
you could have we could collect them, and you could have an army of dead guys. Like at the first arena before you were there, the first arena we were in.
Arlen smacks you on the side.
The necromancer had Arlen, you need to work on your slaps.
You seem to have convinced Radamer to not travel to the port city of Verist. Maybe he's doing so out of spite. He definitely has something planned. Like he wanted to go this way, and you guys saying that it was okay means that you skirt by the foothills of Kazdarak. You cross by a gloomy wood to the south, and avoid roads with road signs that are pointing to Port Verist. You begin to trek in some lonesome territory where there are old villages of humans that have been abandoned long ago. You start traveling into the Iron Hills, where you see that there are ruins that are still occupied of dwarven citadels that have long lost their might against the cannons of the Empire. Dwarves are still prevalent in this region, although you get the sense that the dwarves are workers of more imperial-looking Durgar. The Durgar have fancy clothes and palanquins and ride on horses and have wagons, whereas all of the dwarves seem to be wandering around in plain rough-spun clothing. Some of them are in shackles, others are not. They're the ones that look dirty, like they are still digging in the iron that once their great people did long ago with pride.
We should have uniforms to show that we're a team.
You do stop in the hills nestled
Smack.
all around you with this great expanse before you that is called the Fields of Valor. North of the Dunthirst lowlands, towards the Easting Wood and the great vast wood itself. You are crossing out of the territory of the Duchy of Vyvernas into a well-contested area that where the Empire had rolled through from west to east, and had a really hard time fighting the dwarves, the Durgar, and their dragonborn and dragon neighbors. Like, they encountered a lot of resistance here. in crossing from this great forest and heading into
I
the
have
mountains.
to fight an army of zombies. I would like them to be dwarf zombies because they're the worst zombies.
Radamer ends up meeting and talking with a number of dwarves. Now, these are not Durgar, but these are dwarves that may be better off than some of the workers that you've seen. You haven't seen many communities. They may be hiding in the Iron Hills themselves. It is spring, though, or it is late spring. The fields are green. It's not an unpleasant-looking place. Radamer does make a deal, however, with some dwarves to provide some sport. The sport is almost for free passage, as well as some information about where to head into the Fields of Valor to find some of the ancient battlefields.
All right. What are we fighting today?
Radamer turns to the group and says, I think they have an undead problem in these parts. Dwarves do not breed fast enough, and the Fields of Valor are dangerous.
I know how to help with the dangerous fields, but with the breeding problem, that I don't know how to.
Radamer,
I'm still helpful.
Radamer just looks at Sam. Does he still like you? He's just really stern.
Well, that's what most necromancers are.
Once we get to our final destination, if any of you are left, I will get you some new gear.
Woo! Their match, like, kind of like, like we're a team.
He gives you a look like it doesn't end, does it?
No.
Arlen,
This will
I'm
never
sitting
end,
with
will
him the
it?
entire trip. You're just having one conversation with him.
All right, I'm gonna gather up. Make
I need compensation.
make sure your gnome friend is ready to fight.
How many days? Arlen would have gone back and healed him over the next day. He would have healed him.
Yeah, you've been on the road
Channels
for
and
days
stuff.
and days and days. So
Yeah,
he is fine.
Okay.
I'm going to copy all of you guys to a map called Dwarf-Hole.
Okay. Let's see what we're gonna fight today.
Hey there, crazy man. How you
Arlen
doing?
doesn't want to fight. I was like,
Okay.
Okay, Dwarf-Hole consists of in sort of the flatland surrounded by the hills. There is a copse of trees that's been cleared away. There's a clearing with a bunch of very, very large stones. Giants must have brought them here from long ago, or the industry of some ancient dwarves. There are many dwarves and their well-clothed masters that do show up. Yeah, let's see. You've crossed out of the Duchy of Vyvern. Let's see if you are in an area called
big grasslands.
the Iron Hills.
Grass is big. Get it?
It's very funny.
I found it funny. Crack me up.
Radamer actually goes up to the stones and kind of touches it and seems to be enamored with the feeling of the stone. He's acting really weird around the stone. He's having sort of half conversation with some of the dwarves that are all gathering around. They don't tell you much, but more and more of these dwarves are slowly marching from the surrounding hills and are gathering in this big mob around the stones themselves. You notice that some of them have gongs and horns.
Knowledge planes on the stone
Sure.
for the earth. Halfling. 19.
You, without knowing more about this specific stone, you don't know if a Dwarf-Hole goes to any other plane. Like that doesn't resonate